Welcome to the Callan Athletic Center in Cedarville University for tonight's Great Midwest Athletic Conference match featuring the Thomas More University Saints and the Lady Jackets of Cedarville University. The GMAC and Cedarville encourage and promote sportsmanship by student athletes, coaches, and spectators. We do ask everyone in attendance tonight to abide by the values of good sportsmanship by creating a positive environment in which the athletes may participate, the officials may work, and you, the spectator, may enjoy. Now, before we meet tonight's starting lineups, we'd ask that everyone please stand for the invocation. Please face the American flag at the west end of the gym for the playing of our national anthem. And with our invocation tonight is honorary coach Dr. Terry Dixon, professor of biology at Cedarville University.
Lord God, we just thank you for all of the women athletes out here tonight. Thank you for their hard work and dedication. Pray that you'll be with the coaches and the referees as they make decisions. And I pray you keep everyone safe without injuries. And we just pray for a good game tonight. And no matter who it wins, we will praise you either way. Thank you so much, God. It's in your name we pray. Amen.
Introducing the Saints of Thomas More University, libero number 1, Asia Ferrando. Number 8, Emily Acedo. Number 9, Sydney Hildebrand. Number 10, Ruthie New. Number 16, Tori Wirtz. Number 20, Sam McClanahan. And number 24, Brenda Young. Head coach of the Saints is Holly Bronner-Stiver. Now let's meet the Lady Jackets of Cedarville, libero number 1, Talia Felton. Number 3, Kaylee Matney. Number 4, Janae Heegard. Number 5, Greta Blakemore. Number 9, Abby Kuiper. Number 12, Madeline Hensley. And number 15, Cassie Shields. Head coach of Cedarville is Greg Smith. Well, good evening, everyone. Welcome here to the Callan Athletic Center for this GMAC volleyball contest. The Lady Jackets of Cedarville hosting the Thomas More University Saints, new members of the GMAC Conference. Look forward to a great broadcast here with these two teams battling it out here on this Friday night. I'm Jim Clark, glad to call the action once again, joined by my wife and former head coach of the Lady Jackets, Teresa Clark. Teresa, what do you think of the matchup tonight?
Well, as you look at the stats, Cedarville is 5-3 so far this season, whereas Thomas More is 1-7. However, when you look at their schedule, Thomas More has made quite an impact as far as they have had the first part of their season be against very tough teams. So you can't just look at that. As you mentioned, Thomas More is new to our conference. This is the first conference match for both teams. Cedarville has 2 seniors and 3 juniors, whereas Thomas More has 1 senior but 9 juniors. So they have more depth as far as upperclassmen. Cedarville's playing 3 or 4 freshmen, sophomores regularly, almost in every rotation. The only thing that we see is that both teams have played Central State this season, and both of them were able to beat Central State. So we really don't have much to compare.
Should be a good one nonetheless. The Lady Jackets were predicted by the preseason coaches poll to finish second in the GMAC South Division of 7 schools. Thomas More, the Saints, were picked to finish 6th, but that's just things to talk about. We'll see what happens here tonight. Lady Jackets on the left of your screen in the light blue jerseys with dark blue numerals, the Saints of Thomas More in the white jerseys with blue trim. And we're underway. First serve of the night will belong to Thomas More. There's a left side hit put down right off the top of the net from Madeline Hensley, the freshman from Delaware.
And as we've seen, as we watch Cedarville play, if you give Hensley that set, that is her sweet spot. And she can get up and come straight down on that. Thomas More needs to make that adjustment to get under it.
Hensley voted the all-tournament team last weekend at Findlay. Matches with 24, 22, and 10 kills. Here's a set from the right side. That hit out of bounds on the near sideline. It'll be a point to Cedarville.
Thomas More made the adjustments. Let's go cross-court,
right.
Very sharp cross-court angle, but they were not able to keep it in bounds.
Actually, I think they called Cedarville in the net, so that will be a point, and the serve will go to Thomas More.
There you go.
Libero, number 1. Asia Ferrando, she's from Italy. She's a junior. Serves it deep to Emma Kuiper. Here is the right side attack from Blakemore of Cedarville. Recovered by the Saints defense. Double block is good for Cassie Shields and Greta Blakemore to give Cedarville their second point.
And that really feels good when you can start right at the beginning of any set with a strong down block. And so kudos to Cedarville for timing that really well.
Thomas More located in Crestview Hills, Kentucky, just on the other side of the border, south of Cincinnati, so not too far from the campus of Cedarville. Here's the jump serve from Cassie Shields. We've seen that recently in matches. There's a solo block in the middle by the sophomore middle hitter, Janae Heegard, putting it down for point 3.
And it is really fun to see Heegard on the court this year after coming off of an injury from last season. And she continues to just get it done on the court.
Cassie Shields, a sophomore from Westminster, Maryland, leads the team with 20 service aces. She has worked hard on this jump serve. That one's going to be a little too much on it. It'll go out of bounds on the back end. It'll be a point to Thomas More. Back to the serving line off the bench is Bella Akers, a junior from Batavia, Ohio. Floats it across the net, passed up Abby Kuiper. Quick set by Matney. Saints on the defensive end. There's a nice save there by Matney, the setter for Cedarville. Now roll shot left side, Abby Kuiper, defended by the Saints. Right side slide attack to not clear the net, point to Cedarville.
And right now, Cedarville is playing their plan of action. Thomas More is reacting to it.
Blakemore, Greta Blakemore, serving, a junior from Lexington, Kentucky. Nice solid serve over the net, played by the Saints. Roll shot back and dig there by Emma Kuiper. A slide attack by Heegard, blocked at the net by the Saints. Matney outside it goes to Kuiper, a little chip shot. There to recover is Aceto of the Saints. That one hit off the far back corner on the missed hit. 5-2 Cedarville.
Thomas More is showing aggression. They had a really nice solid block on Cedarville's slide attack, but they were not able to get the point. The score is 5-2 in favor of Cedarville.
That attack here registered to Sydney Hildebrand. Here's another serve from Blakemore. Missed serve number 2 of the night for Cedarville. Back to serve will be outside hitter Emily Aceto from Cincinnati, sophomore. Played her high school volleyball at Mercy McCauley, a pretty powerful high school team in Cincinnati. Left side attack, pushed across the net by Jessie Geary's. Left side attack by Abby Kuiper will be good. The senior gets her first kill of the night.
Well, good to see Abby back on the court. She was not able to play much last weekend, and so she is on the court and showing that she's still got what it takes. Well done.
We'll get our first look here on the home floor of Cam Davenport, the sophomore from Roanoke, Virginia. Has struggled with some injuries, but she's working her way back into the lineup, playing back row. And she's out there. She'll start things off right off the bat with a nice ace serve for Cam. She had a terrific freshman year last season for Cedarville. Another serve for Davenport, passed up by the back row of Thomas More. Roll shot left side. There's Felton with the dig. Matney, she'll go to Hensley, cuts it short, and at the 10-foot line, maybe an awkward unintended play, but nonetheless, it's a point to Cedarville.
And you might recognize that name, Hensley. Last year, Riley, her sister, graduated, was a part of the Cedarville program.
A lot of volleying on both sides of the court results in finally a kill from the setter, Kaylee Matney, 5'9", puts it across for point number 9. Another serve coming from Davenport. Overpass at the net. Heegard looked up there and put it big time down with some power. 10-3 Cedarville, and Coach Holly Bronner-Stiver of Thomas More will take the first of her 2 timeouts to stop the momentum. Lady Jackets by 7.
And Heegard does a nice job of timing that pass that just cleared the net. She timed it perfectly, sent it straight down, and Cedarville now leads 10-3. What a nice little run Cedarville had during that part of the first set. And right now the 2 teams are meeting, and quite frankly, Thomas More is trying to figure out how to stop this momentum, because Cedarville's playing at a very high level right now. So you want to try to cool their jets. Cedarville's doing its famous, interesting timeout format that seems to work for them very well. Players come off and players talk with the bench players that equal their position on the court. They talk over what they're seeing from the sideline and encouraging them, and the coaches gather and look at stats and start talking, and then the coach, as he is doing right now, meets with the whole team and directs the team before they go out on the court.
Head coach of Cedarville is Greg Smith in his 6th year with the program, a record of 67 wins and 63 losses. His first year was back in 2018. Holly Bronner-Stiver is in her 4th year at the helm of the Saints. 52-38 is her all-time record. She's a former player at Thomas More, 3-year player actually, after transferring to Thomas More from University of the Cumberland. So she has a nice program that she's working on there at Thomas More. We're underway after the timeout. Roll shot from the left side will be good by Jessie Gearies of Thomas More.
And that's exactly what Thomas More wanted to do, change the momentum, get a side out, and now they're hoping to get on a run.
Now serving, Caitlin Stivers, a senior, Louisville, Kentucky. Sends it across the net. Blakemore, tough one for Matney to handle. She sends it outside to Hensley. Dug up on the back line by Stivers, and it ricochets out of play on the far side. It'll be a point to Cedarville. Talia Felton, the libero, wearing jersey number 1, 5'5" junior from Cleveland. 9 service aces thus far in 2023. Left side attack put across by Gearies. There's the dig by Blakemore. Tough one. Hensley somehow gets it with her left hand, comes all the way across the other side of the net and hits in play for a point for Cedarville.
And she made the attempt just to keep it in play and get it over the net. That is hard to defend when it drops that close to the net.
Another serve from Felton, barely clears the net. Ball spins out of play. Could be an ace serve there for Felton. 9-point lead for Cedarville. Felton credited with her 10th service ace of the year. She'll go for another one right here. Saints scrambling, free ball put across. Blakemore on the pass. Matney back set to Shield, delivers a powerful hit down line off the ricocheted arms of libero Ferrando, and it's now a 10-point lead for Cedarville. And after the first time out, Lady Jackets gave up 1 point. They come storming back to lead at 14-4, and Thomas More takes their second timeout.
Which is a pretty quick timeout, but obviously the coach saw something that she needed to stop. Cassie just came around and was able to get an amazing kill against the libero on the Thomas More side of the court, but now Thomas More is out of timeouts, and so she's not going to be able to stop a momentum drive if indeed Cedarville comes out and continues with the drive that they have going on so far during this first set.
One of the interesting statistics about volleyball to give you an idea of what is happening on the floor is the attack percentage, which is the number of kill attempts divided by kills. And like right now, Lady Jackets at 57% and the Saints hitting at a negative 15%.
And so far, Thomas More hasn't been able to get their defense to get the ball in the setter's hands in order for them to run their offense. And so they're just reacting and not able to defend Cedarville's attack.
Felton continuing to serve for Cedarville from the left side of the court. Another scramble ball for the Saints as it goes up high into the rafters, and they'll send it across in the free ball attack. There's the pass from Davenport to Matney. Hensley puts it down, but ricochets off the arms of Emily Aceto for another kill for Madeline Hensley, her 5th of the night already.
And not only is Cedarville attacking well, Cedarville's attack has a spin on it, and that's why you see the ball coming off the defense spinning out of bounds.
Felton serve, clipped the net, kept it in play. Here's a left side attack from Gearys. The dig by Davenport. And Shields and Blakemore collide with each other. It looked like Blakemore going for the back row attack, but a little miscommunication, as they say.
And just hoping Cassie's okay. She gives the thumb up to the up official, saying, "I'm fine." And you're right, lack of communication on that one.
Junior setter Sam McClanahan on the serving line for the Saints. Hensley again from the left side. This one across court just on the other side of the 10-foot line, but some serious power. That is beautiful when it comes that sharp of an angle. Hensley with kill number 6 already.
And right now she's on fire. And as long as you can put the ball in her hands, keep doing it.
Matney, tough serve, handled by the Saints. Gearys from the left side, passed up by in the back row by Davenport. There to keep it in play is Matney. And across the net it goes from Hensley, and that one is whistled that it went outside the antenna. Hensley was off the court. Tough one on the angle. It'll be a point to Thomas More. Serving, number 10, Ruthie New, junior from Greenwood, Indiana. Into the net it goes. First missed serve of the night for the Saints. 17-6 is the lead for Cedarville.
And the missed serve is often disheartening after you've worked so hard to get the ball on the side out, and then you serve and are not able to effectively put it in play.
Emma Kuiper serving, 12 aces for the freshman, younger sister of Abby Kuiper, the senior. Right side attack off the arms of Emma Kuiper for the point for Thomas More.
In that play, you were able to see defense put the ball in the hands of the setter, and then the setter was able to run their offensive plan, and they were able to get a kill.
5'3" junior Osia Ferrando serving, libero, wearing the dark blue jersey. Passed up by Felton. Abby Kuiper from the left side goes deep, but Ferrando has it there on the dig. Right side attack put across the net by the Saints. Matney back set to Blakemore off the top of the block. Point on the kill for Greta Blakemore.
Blakemore was able to tool the block well. She hit the tip of the block on the Thomas More side of the court, and it ricocheted out of bounds.
Shields back to serve. She'll do the jump serve on this attempt. He guard Abby Kuiper. Blakemore in the front line for Cedarville, up by 11. Spins it deep off the back line. Another missed serve for Shields. Her second miss of the set.
Both of them look the same from up here.
Yep, she'll work on dialing that in a little bit.
Yes.
Serve will go to the Saints. Back Bella Akers. Matney scrambles to keep it in play. There'll be a back row free ball coming from Felton. Now the Saints will set up their offense, put across the net by the setter. McClanahan defended by Cedarville. Blakemore right side attack. One arm's attempt on the dig is not going to work. Ruthie New can't keep it in play. 19-8, Lady Jackets.
And Blakemore played that very well. She was able to get up on her vertical high enough to be able to come down on the ball, and it caused the defense not to be able to defend.
Blakemore, the lefty from Louisville, serves it across. Deep it goes. Here comes the Saints on the slide attack. Right side goes right at Felton on the kill there from Hildebrand for a point to Thomas More.
And that time the Thomas More attack was able to get through the block, which is hard to defend when you're behind the block.
Now serving is Emily Aceto, sophomore. Passed up by Blakemore, Cedarville. Heegard hit it across, and it is going to be called a touch by the down official, so that'll be a kill and a point to Cedarville.
And the down official and the line judge both called that a touch ball. The players are not convinced that it was, and the coach, the Thomas More coach, Coach Stiver, is questioning that call.
To me, it looked like it just sailed out of bounds, but we're far away from the play, so.
And the down official is right there.
She's there, yep. So play will continue. Lady Jackets have reached what we call the magical number 20 point of the match, or the set, I should say. Davenport sends her serve into the net. Missed serve number 4 for Cedarville. Caitlin Stivers awaiting the volleyball.
I think the ball boy over there was a little distracted in a conversation. They got his attention with a whistle.
Always works.
Yep.
Set by Matney. Quick attack. Heegard blocked right back down. Put across by the Saints. Ball recovered by Cedarville. Hensley is hot. She'll go up off the double block attempt of McClanahan and Young for the kill.
A lot of quick action at the net on that play.
Now we have a little confusion on the rotation here on the substitution.
Okay.
I think they got it figured out.
Yes.
Maybe between Shields and Heegard, it's all straightened out. It's going to be Talia Felton on the serving line. 21-10, Cedarville. Geary's from the left side. Dug on the back line by Davenport. Matney goes up strong, tried to decoy the attempt, but it was defended well by the Saints, and it results in a point for Thomas More.
And you are correct. Thomas More defense was ready for that, read that. We haven't seen many able to defend that so far this season with the with Kaylee Matney's attack on second ball.
McClanahan will put her serve across the net. Passed up Blakemore. This is Hensley. Tip shot. Pushes it across. Dug up there by McClanahan. Short ball over the net. It's Matney tracking it down. Hensley up strong. A nice dig there by Aceto Fernando of Thomas More, and it's a point for the Saints.
And Thomas More certainly still has a spark of aggression in them, and they're playing a strong attack mode.
Blakemore on the pass to Matney. Hensley up again, this time through the double block on that right side of the net for the kill, her 8th of the set. Kaylee Matney, sophomore setter, Fort Wayne, Indiana, serves it. At the net, McClanahan, near side attack by Geary's pushed across. Matney has the dig. Hensley again up strong, goes up, puts it right at the feet of Emily Aceto for another kill.
And that was a perfectly passed ball that was in front of the outside hitter, and that is hard to do from the back row, so well done.
McClanahan, middle attack, put across, well off the back line. No touch called by Cedarville. That one out of play by Brenna Young. And we have reached set point. 24-12 is our score here. Cedarville over Thomas More. Matney barely cleared the net, but kept in play by the Saints. Left side attack, blocked right back down. Shields and Matney combined for the double block to give set number 1 to Cedarville by a final score of 25-12 in a well-played first set by the Lady Jackets here against Thomas More.
Cedarville has certainly come out in this first set playing their A game. Their attack is a high percentage. Their blocking is solid. Their defense is picking up balls that sometimes fall, and so they are playing very strong. Thomas More started out really slow, and then they got a momentum push, and they started to be able to get their plan of attack going, and they were able to move the ball away from Cedarville's defense, but they just didn't have quite enough to get things rolling enough to be able to get and be able to win and stay competitive in this set. But second set's coming, and we shall see what kind of level of play Thomas More is able to bring to the court.
It was a 25-12 final in set number 1. And as you can imagine, the statistical highlights definitely leading the way towards Cedarville. But first of all, for Thomas More, a couple kills each for Jess Gearys and Brenna Young. On the assist line is Sam McClanahan with 6 assists, and on the back row is libero Asia Ferrendo with 3 digs. For the Lady Jackets, we said her name a lot. 9 kills already in set number 1 for the freshman Madeline Hensley. 2 kills each from Heegard and Blakemore. 12 assists from Kaylee Matney. And on the black line, 3 players with 3 digs each. Matney, Blakemore, and Cam Davenport. Lady Jackets hitting at 48%, and the Saints of Thomas More at a 0%. 3 blocks on the set for the Lady Jackets.
And like I said, they seem to have all cylinders right now, Cedarville going their way. But I'm especially impressed with them able to do a strong together block in the first set. So oftentimes that's not what we have seen, so that's great improvement. But really, it's really fun to see Cam Davenport out on the court. Even though she's playing back row, she's on the court, and she had 3 digs. And so she's contributing and working her way into getting healthy enough to play in the front row. But good to see Cam on the court. As you mentioned, Thomas More had a couple nice swings, and they have some offensive tools that could help them get back into this second set. It's just a matter of them getting all their rhythms together. Starts with the pass ball, and Cedarville, so far, their attack has been dominating, and the defense of Thomas More has not been able to be successful.
This is one of 6 matches being played tonight in GMAC Volleyball. Lake Erie up in Michigan at Northwood. Ursuline's at Hillsdale, also in Michigan. Malone is up in Findlay. Ashland down at Nashville at Trevecca. And Ohio Dominican is in Kentucky at Kentucky Wesleyan as the volleyball season starts big time here on this first Friday of competition in the GMAC.
These timeouts just keep getting shorter and shorter to me. They're already out on the court, ready to go.
It's a fast 3 minutes.
It is a fast 3 minutes. The down official is checking out to make sure that the proper numbers and the proper order are on the court on both sides. And as soon as she gives the signal, all is good, the up official will start this second set.
Lady Jackets will start things off on the serving line. It will be freshman Emma Kuiper to start things from the right side of your screen. And set number 2 is underway. Passed up on the back line by the Saints. McClanahan, little back set put across the net by Wirtz. Abby Kuiper puts it across for the kill. The block hits the antenna. Point will go to Cedarville.
Thomas More timed that block better, but we're not able to penetrate and keep it in bounds.
Abby Kuiper, her second kill of the set. That serve from Emma Kuiper skims right through the hands of Emily Aceto for an ace serve for Emma Kuiper. She'll try it again. This time it's passed up to the setter, McClanahan. Back set on the attack. Brenda Young. Ball ricochets over the far side into the student section. Thomas More will have their first point of the set. Asia Ferrando will serve. Steps to the serving line, puts it across. There's the pass by Abby Kuiper. Back set. Shields goes up strong. Mistimed that hit. It goes into the net. We're tied at 2.
Both teams have made adjustments, but Thomas More right now seems to have their timing better than they did in the first set.
Ferrando, another serve. Emma Kuiper to Matney. Shields timed that one much better and puts down a big-time kill right there for the sophomore Cassie Shields. And she'll go to the back line, see if she can adjust a little bit of the power on the jump serve. High in the air it goes on the toss, goes up and a little bit closer, but it's still about a foot or so off the back line. Another missed serve for Shields. We're tied at 3. Caitlin Stivers on the serving line. Passed up by Abby Kuiper. Matney will go right back to Kuiper on the tip shot. And a nice attempt there on the pancake play by Stivers, but couldn't quite get under that tip shot from Kuiper for the point to Cedarville.
And Abby Kuiper went up like she was going into a full swing, but at the last second she saw that the block was timing her, and so she just tipped it over block and short of the defense. Smart move.
Blakemore puts her serve across the net. On the back set, at the net it goes. And a diving attempt there by Matney went off the hand or the body of Kuiper, out of play. A point will go to Thomas More. We're even at 4.
And Thomas More said, watch, we can do that too. And so their attack, they looked like they were going full swing, but they tipped it over the net. And Cedarville's defense scrambled but was not able to keep it in play.
Nice floating serve there by Ruthie New for the ace off the hands of Blakemore, and Thomas More has the lead at 5-4. That would be their first lead of the contest here early in set number 2.
A little conversation going on between Coach Stiver and the down official.
Ruthie New on the serve. Blakemore set outside it goes to Heegard. Another nicely timed hit by the sophomore Janae Heegard. We're tied at 5.
Heegard has a nice slide attack and a great angle. And so again, she's able to get a successful kill for Cedarville. Ties it up 5-5.
Heegard's third kill of the night. Davenport has rotated back in to serve. Wearing number 13 this season. She wore 10 last year. McClanahan, she'll go outside on the left side attack, goes through the block of Matney, and Heegard give that kill to Aceto.
Cedarville's block timed that well, they just didn't penetrate through.
We'll get our first look tonight at Riley Hood, serving, a freshman from Independence, Kentucky. Off the bench for Coach Stiver. Matney outside the 10-foot line. Hensley puts down another big-time hit going right after Riley Hood, who had just checked in. It goes out of her hands and arms, out of play for a point to Cedarville.
And Hensley saw here's a new passer on the court and hit right at her to see what she was made of, and it had a lot of spin on it, and it ricocheted out of bounds.
Hensley quickly in double figures now with 10 kills here in sets 1 and 2 thus far. Blakemore easy to handle. Matney on the slide. Shields goes up strong and puts one right at the libero Ferrando for another point to Cedarville.
Felton to serve. McClanahan on the set. Outside it goes to Acito. That will be a point on the kill for the Saints. We're tied at 7.
Thomas More made an adjustment and went down line instead of cross court on that one. And Cedarville's defense was not able to pull it up.
McClanahan goes on the serving line and sends it far off the back line by a couple feet. And this serve for the Saints, their second of the night.
And I love the communication on the court on Cedarville's side on that, screaming out, and running and making sure it was.
Matney on the serving line. McClanahan at the 10-foot line. At the middle attack there is Brennan Young, defended by Felton. Right side attack by Blakemore. Off the block it goes. Here's the attack from the left side. Another nice save on the dig is Matney. And Hensley on the roll shot. Saints will set up their offense. Push shot put across by Young, defended by Davenport. Hensley deep, passed up on the back line by New of the Saints. That one hit into the net, kept in play. And it's a free ball, trickles over the top of the net. Ball still in play. Blakemore from the right side, cross court. Can't be handled by McClanahan for a great volley by both teams. It results in a point to Cedarville, but great stuff right there by both squads.
Both teams was able to keep that ball in play. That was a great volley, and it shows the determination, play by play, of both teams.
Matney spins her serve across the net. Outside it goes to Acito. She will get the kill just inside the back line. 9-8 Cedarville.
And Thomas More sending that attack at the setter, who's coming from the back row, and that's a smart move and a good plan because it takes her out of the second ball.
Acito will go to the serving line. Davenport down to her knees to get that serve. Hensley ricochets off the block on the right side of the net of Young and Wirtz for another kill for Hensley.
And it looks like the Kuiper sisters go in together on
There
that.
we go.
How fun is that for them to be able to play together as a freshman and a senior?
Emma Kuiper on the serve. Overpass. Tough play, though, at the net. It did stay on the side for the Saints. Kept in play by Thomas More. Right side attack on a awkward roll shot. Tori Wirtz will be credited with the kill.
And Thomas More is staying right in this. Only 1 point difference.
10-9 Cedarville. Asia Ferrando to serve. Off the back line by just a couple feet. This serve number 3 of the evening for Thomas More. Cassie Shields on the serve. Passed up by the Saints. Left side attack put across by Gearys. Matney near side to Kuiper. Nice big time hit there from the senior through the arms of the back row player, number 8, Emily Acito, for a kill for Abby.
And it started with a sister passing the ball so that the front row sister could get the attack.
Abby Kuiper now with 4 kills. Big time dig right there on a powerful hit put across by Tori Wirtz. It deflects off the arms of Emma Kuiper and somehow goes across the net and finds an opening. Point number 13 for Cedarville. And Thomas Moore will take a timeout.
Time to expect the unexpected. That ball went over on the first ball, and you don't usually see that. And Thomas Moore just kind of froze like it came over and didn't make a reaction to it, and it dropped on the floor. And so Cedarville gets that point, and now leads by 4. Thomas Moore is starting to show us what they're made of and that they came to play. And it's fun to see that level of competition increase in the second set that we didn't see much of in the first.
These two teams will meet again in early November down in Kentucky, at Crestview Hills, Kentucky. Thomas More will host Cedarville on Saturday, November 4th at 1 o'clock. That seems like a long way away, but maybe it's not really. We're here in mid-September.
A lot of volleyball to take place in between.
Another serve coming from Cassie Shields for Cedarville. Left side roll shot put across by Gearys. Here's Blakemore in the back set, blocked down nicely by the Saints. Ball off the net, can't be kept in play. Point will go to Thomas More off the timeout.
That's exactly what Thomas More was hoping for. Stop the momentum of Cedarville. They were starting to get a lot of offensive aggression going on, and so the timeout worked. They got the timeout, or they came out from the timeout and was able to get the side out in the point.
Caitlin Stivers serving, backing up is Blakemore to get it. And Matney and Heegard can't connect on that attack attempt. Another point to Thomas More.
Timing was not good on Cedarville's side with that. Heegard was actually on her way down as the set was made.
Handled on the serve from Stivers. Felton got on the back line, put across by Blakemore. Little roll tip shot at the net. Matney, quick attack to Heegard in the middle. Left side shot is good. Saved in the back line by Emma Kuiper. Slide attack. Ricochet kept in play by Abby Kuiper. She gets it back, and her roll shot deflects off a couple St. players and results in a point to Cedarville.
I love that Cedarville's not giving up. Even a ball that's spinning and dropping in an awkward angle, they are getting underneath, and they're making it, making a good play out of it.
McClanahan on the slide attack, right through a couple of players of the Lady Jackets for a kill from the right side of the Saints front line by Hildebrand. Serve from Ruthie New, Matney. Left side attack, Kuiper tools to block, solo block off the hands of McClanahan for a kill for Abby. Hensley Davenport rotate in, Emma Kuiper and Abby Kuiper come out together. Davenport floats her serve across the net. McClanahan, she'll go outside. That ball hit into the net by Acito for another point to Cedarville. Davenport can't get that serve to clear the net. Miss serve number 6 of the night for the Lady Jackets. Back into the lineup to serve for Thomas More is Riley Hood. That one goes off the far side of the net, out of play, and a missed serve for the Saints. 17-13 Cedarville.
Cassie Shields comes back into the front row.
Talia Felton puts her serve across the net. Left side attack, cross court, sails way out of bounds, and that sharp angle put there by Emily Acito can't keep it in play. 18-13 Cedarville, up by 5, and Coach Stiver will take her second and final timeout here in set number 2. Her team trailing 18-13.
And Thomas More actually had a very smart play in doing that deep angle. That would have been hard to defend. Just could not quite keep it in bounds, and gives Cedarville that point. And Cedarville leads this set 2, 18-13. Thomas Moore's team was quick to get back out on the court, but they're huddling up, and one of their strong court leaders is talking to them and giving them direction and giving them some key points that should be able to help them.
Back to the action. It is Talia Felton to serve for Cedarville. Here's the set from McClanahan. Outside it goes. A big hit right there from the left side by Emily Acito for the Saints. That's her 4th kill of the night to lead the attack for Thomas More.
And Thomas More is saying, if we get a good pass in the hands of our setter, we've got the hitters that could get it down. And so that shows us that they have the ability to do so.
Saints working their way back into a positive attack percentage, now hitting at 13% for the match. McClanahan, quick attack in the middle, pushed across by Brenna Young. Here's Matney. Outside it goes to Hensley. Finds a big opening in that deep right corner for kill number 12 for Hensley.
I'm going to tell you right now that Cassie and Hensley both went up for that attack, and it made the block on Thomas Moore's side scramble. They didn't know who to block, and that caused the defense to not be able to defend.
That ball kept alive by Hensley. Matney sends it outside to Blakemore, kept in play by the Saints. Left side attack through the block of Blakemore and Shields for the kill for the Saints. Emily Acito gets credited for that one. Now with 5 to lead Thomas More. And she's on the back line serving. Hensley has trouble with it, kept alive by Felton. Roll shot by Hensley, put across the net, kept in play by Hensley again. This one off the elbow of Blakemore. But all she could do, but can't keep it in play. It's 19-16, 3-point lead for Cedarville.
And Thomas More timed that well, read it well, was at the net and just went up and sent it out. Send it down, sorry.
Acito, another great serve, diving dig in the back by Davenport, and Hensley goes up and kind of changes direction in midair and sends it cross court, deep angle for point number 20. Emma Kuiper, nice solid serve right there. McClanahan at the net on the set, blocked right back down by Shields and Abby Kuiper. A big time hit, but no problem there for the double block on the front line. Shields and maybe mostly Abby Kuiper.
I believe you're right.
Cedarville closing in on victory here in set number 2, needing just 4 points to take a commanding 2-0 lead. Here's the pass by Blakemore. Matney outside again to Abby Kuiper. And that goes into the net. Looked like she tried to disguise a hit into a tip, but couldn't get it in play.
And she was kind of falling backwards as she made the contact, and Block was ready for that and sent it down.
Asia Ferrando now on the back line. She'll step to the serving line and put it across. Great pass serve received by Kuiper. Results in a big time kill far side of the net by Cassie Shields. Puts it down for kill number 5.
And so far in this set, Cedarville's attack game is still going with several different options, all rotations. And now we have
Sophia Miles checking in for the first time, a sophomore from Indianapolis. She'll serve it across the net. McClanahan, outside it goes to Geary's, can't clear the net. Point to Cedarville, number 23 point, 2 away from victory. Another serve for Sophia Miles, 5'7". Outside hitter, puts it across the net. Right side attack, and in the net violation will be called against Cedarville.
I believe it was against Abby, and she wasn't able to keep the momentum of her body following through into the net. Cedarville up by 5.
Caitlin Stivers to serve. Passed up by Blakemore. That'll be an ace serve for Stivers. It went low to the ground in front of Blakemore. She couldn't quite get underneath it to get a good pass, so it's point number 19 for the Saints. Much better this time on the pass. Blakemore to Matney to Abby Kuiper. Goes deep right corner for kill number 7 for Abby Kuiper. We're at set point here in set number 2, 24-19.
And I love that Blakemore, even though she missed one, was able to just bring the next one up.
McClanahan goes behind her back to the net and puts it down for a kill by the setter for Thomas Moore.
That was a
smart play.
Very smart play. Well done, well timed. Cedarville did not have time to react to it defensively.
McClanahan, 5'10", junior. Blakemore on the pass. Matney goes on the slide to Heegard. Kept alive by Ferrando. And this will be a roll shot from the left side. There's the pass from Emma Kuiper to Matney. Near side, Abby. Push shot deep off the back line. Not in play. Point number 21 to Thomas Moore.
Cedarville just needs to get a good pass right here off the serve. Good serve receive. Send it to the front line. Make sure that the pass is in front of the 10-foot line, but well enough so that the setter can get it in motion.
Matney outside the 10-foot line is Matney on the set, but that one blocked out off the net. Out of play off the kill from Abby Kuiper, and Lady Jackets will claim victory in set number 2 by a final score of 25-21 after winning set number 1 by a score of 25-12. Lady Jackets lead the match 2-0. As you know, if you follow NCAA volleyball, it's the best of 5. Played to 25, must win by 2 points. If it goes to a 5th set and deciding set, that one is played to 15. Again, must win by 2. But nonetheless, Lady Jackets here with a 2-0 lead over Thomas Moore in the opening night of GMAC volleyball. We're going to take about a 3-minute break. When we come back, we'll have a look at the official first and second sets. We'll keep posted on everything else. Stay with us. You're watching Lady Jacket Volleyball on the Great Midwest Digital.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's time for the Young's Jersey Dairy Spot the Cows Serving Challenge. Could the following 4 students please make their way to the court? Amanda Jackson, CJ Reed, Matt Vandenbrink, and Hannah Owen. If you all can make your way down to the court. All right, so you guys will have 1 minute to serve the volleyballs and knock down as many cows as possible. Every time you knock a cow down, you will get a free, that's right, free scoop of ice cream at Young's Dairy Farm. Are you ready? I'll take that as a yes in 3, 2, 1, go!
To the Count Athletic Center. We're about a minute or so from the start of set number 3 in this GMAC volleyball match between Thomas Moore and Cedarville. A couple of quick stat highlights for you. First of all, for the Saints, Emily Aceto leading the way on the front line with 5 kills. Their setter, Sam McClanahan, now with 16 assists. On the back row, it's Asia Ferrando with 7 digs. The Saints have 1 block, now hitting at 14%. The Lady Jackets, the lone player in the match in double figures, it's Riley Hensley with 13 kills, hitting at 600% on the evening. Abby Kuiper with 8 kills, 27 assists from Kaylee Matney on the back row. Greta Blakemore now with 7 digs, and Emma Kuiper with 6. 4 blocks on the night for the Lady Jackets, now hitting at 43%. Thus far, we've had 7 tie scores and just 2 lead changes here tonight as the Lady Jackets lead the match 2-0, 25-12, 25-21.
Cedarville is just getting back into the gym. They went behind the bleachers and talked a little bit, and so they're running right onto the court. Thomas Moore stayed in the gym, and they were ready for action a little bit quicker.
And we had a winner on our Spot the Cow contest. A student set his serve across the net, hit the cow in the target, wins a free cup of ice cream from our favorite spot down in this area, Young's Dairy in Yellow Springs.
That establishment has been around a long time. I remember they were known for their donuts in our era when we were students at Cedarville.
It is a long time.
And we're ready for action.
Set number 3 underway. On the back line to serve is Emily Aceto for Thomas More. Abby Kuiper out of the back row. Tough to do, couldn't quite keep it in play. Thomas More gets the first point of the third set. Abby Kuiper on the pass, back set from Matney to Shields, puts it between a couple defenders on the back line of Thomas More for the kill for Shields.
And that Shields is just very strong when she comes off and comes around to that right side attack. She's able to get across court but keep it in bounds. Very effective.
Right side attack at the net, battle for it, put across on the second attempt there by Brenna Young for a nice play there for Thomas More to lead it 2-1. Asia Ferrando to serve it. Handled by Felton outside the 10-foot line. Matney goes there to Abby Kuiper, goes deep, ducks to the right of the back row defender Aceto for another kill for Abby Kuiper. Shields decides not to do the jump serve on this attempt. Kept it in play. Here's Heegard, that one to keep it in play. Blakemore also to keep it in play, and it's going to hit just outside this near sideline for a point to Thomas More. Emma Kuiper on the serve receive, set outside to Abby Kuiper, tip shot, good effort there to try and get to it at the 10-foot line was Aceto, but couldn't quite get it, and a point will go to Cedarville. We're tied at 3. Kuiper now in double figures with 10.
And she's so good at that tip over block.
Blakemore, beautiful spinning serve from the left arm of Greta Blakemore for the service ace for the junior.
And you are so right, that spin. It was such a spin on it that it ricochets off the arms of defense. Well done.
Ace number 12 on the year for Greta. She'll try it again. Another tough one to handle. It's going to be back-to-back aces by Greta Blakemore. 5-3 Cedarville. Can she get a third one?
That would be nice.
Another dipsy doodle one. That one ricocheted off the chest and into the face of the back row player, Caitlin Stivers. And it will be credited officially with an ace. 6-3 Cedarville. Back-to-back-to-back aces by Blakemore.
Do you call that a hat trick in volleyball?
We'll make it up. We'll say it is.
Okay.
Almost another one. Kept in play by the Saints. Big right side attack on the slide by the Saints. Battle at the net will be won by Cedarville. Great effort by Matney to go up strong and keep after it.
Not bad for a setter.
5'9" sophomore from Fort Wayne. Blakemore again on the serving line. She's hot. 7-3 is the lead for Cedarville. That one with some power out on the back line, though. Just too much. It goes out of play. 7-4 Cedarville. This is Ruthie New. Serves at Felton. Matney tracks it down. Back row attack from Blakemore. Passed up on the back line by the Saints on the slide attack. Kept in play by Felton. Goes up strong. Does Matney. Comes across the net. Kuiper goes up even stronger. and puts it to the right corner for a kill for Abby Kuiper, number 11.
And that was a nice deep back corner attack by Abby Kuiper, and she was able to keep it in bounds. Oftentimes those sail out of bounds, and she was able to keep it in bounds.
8-4 Cedarville. Cam Davenport now serving at the net as McClanahan. Near side attack way off the back line. And Thomas Moore wanting a touch. And the call is made by Matney on the honor call. 8-5 Cedarville. Riley Hood again in to serve. This one much better, kept in play. Davenport on the set, pass to Heegard on the set, couldn't quite get it across the net.
Set was just a little bit too low for a backslide attack. They are talking about it, making the adjustments. I'm sure we'll see that play again.
Hood will try it again. Davenport at the 10-foot line to Matney. Up it goes to Riley Hensley on the tip attempt. Another tip coming from the left side. There's Blakemore with a save. Roll shot from Davenport. A diving dig on the back line by New, and that'll be a point on the tip shot by Thomas Moore. And just like that, it's an 8-7 Cedarville lead.
And I like the aggression of Thomas Moore right now. They're down 2 sets, and yet they are playing tough and they're playing aggressive. And their backs are against the wall, but they're not giving in.
Riley Young with now 6 kills for the Saints. Little left-hand shot there by Heegard of Cedarville. And things are just not looking good here right now for Coach Greg Smith. He's going to take a timeout. We are tied at 8 points apiece in set number 3 as Thomas Moore has pushed it to a tie at 8 apiece, and things just aren't going smoothly. And so a good timeout there for Cedarville's head coach Greg Smith.
And right now, Cedarville's serve, receive, and passing game is not as strong as it was in the first and second set, which is making their offensive plan scramble. They're reacting to the ball instead of putting their ball in play as they normally have in the first and second set. Thomas Moore is doing the opposite. They're working hard at getting the balls in play, reacting and playing good defense. Thomas Moore's serve receive has the reason that they've dipped a little bit, but we have a tie game at 8 apiece. And so right now, and it depends on who's coming out of this timeout ready to go and reorganized.
Back to the action. We're in set number 3. Lady Jackets leading the match 2-0, but right now tied at 8 apiece. Here's the serve from Riley Hood. And the set from Kaylee Matney. Hensley goes up strong, but there's a dig on the back line by the Saints. Back row attack. There's a dig from Davenport of Cedarville. Blakemore from the back row will be good as a diving Hood. Couldn't quite get that hit attempt from Blakemore. She gets her 4th kill.
And Blakemore was able to get a sharp angle in a deep corner where the defense on Thomas Moore's side was all pulled in, and she was able to keep it in bounds and get that kill.
Cross court with the left hand, tough to do. Here's Felton now in the back line to serve for Cedarville. Left side attack by Aceto, saved by Blakemore, kept it inside the antenna. Another ball kept alive. Felton on the pass to Matney outside. Hensley was waiting for it, but had to adjust. Just the tip shot. Attack in the middle will be good, and a net violation nonetheless. It'll be a point to Thomas Moore.
And once again, we're tied.
Brenna Young now with her 7th kill. Her and Aceto both with 7 to lead Thomas Moore. McClanahan, she'll serve a high floater to Blakemore. Coming to get it is Matney off the net. Off the court, I should say, is Hensley way off the court outside the antenna. And now the Saints take the lead back at 10-9. McClanahan goes after Blakemore, can't handle it, does Greta. That'll be an ace serve for McClanahan, and it's a 2-point lead for Thomas Moore.
And I'm not sure, but I think that might have been going out of bounds, but Blakemore did not want to take that chance, and so she made the attempt to play that ball.
This time the serve is handled by Davenport, back set to Shields through the double block, point to Cedarville.
And that was a perfect pass by Cam. She did a great job of putting it right in the hands of the setter, and thus Cassie was able to get a set that she could put down.
Acito and Young couldn't put the clamps on that kill from Cassie Shields. Left side attack. Dug on the back line by Davenport. Went down low to get it. Falling backwards is Hensley, and it's just off the back corner down to our right. Point will go to Thomas More.
Thomas More celebrated that big, and rightfully so, and that gives them the energy. They were able to get that point, and they lead 12-10.
Saints battling to get back into this contest. Here's the pass from Davenport. Back set to Shields. Goes up strong and puts it down with some authority between a couple back row players for point number 11 to Cedarville. Cassie Shields now with 7 kills.
And that attack started with a perfect pass. Well done. Able to get Cassie to do the swing. And Thomas More has not had an answer for that play all night.
Cassie hitting at 75%, only 1 attack error out of 8 attempts. Here's a big hit from the middle. That'll be good for Brenna Young. She's getting it done here in this set for Thomas More, getting her 8th kill of the match.
And you are right. She's timing well. She's getting good sets, and she's sending it down.
Young rotates out. 6-foot sophomore from Crestwood, Kentucky. In to serve is the libero Ferrando. Matney to Shields. Kept in play by Thomas More. Right side attack goes cross court. And there's Matney with the dig. Now Abby Kuiper trying to make something out of it. Spins it across the net, does Abby. Back set to Gabby Kallmeyer. Kept in play by Cedarville. Blocked at the net by Cassie Shields. Went up right up against Hildebrand for the point.
Cassie did a solo block on that, timed it well, able to send it straight down. There's not really a chance for defense to play such a straight down shot.
Shields back to serve. She'll stick with the traditional style and can't clear the net. Miss serve number 8 of the night for Cedarville.
Cassie decided not to do a jump serve, and this time she went into the net instead of over.
Serving for Coach Holly Brunner Stiver of Thomas More is Acito. Excuse me, that's Stivers on the serve. Here's the pass up by Acito. McClanahan on the slide attack. Nicely played by the Saints, but there's Emma Kuiper to deliver a dig. Blakemore goes strong in the back line. Ricochets off the hands and face of a back row Saints player. Abby Kuiper blocked right back down there by Sam McClanahan of Thomas More, and they lead it by 3, 15-12.
And right now you can see a momentum shift. Thomas More has the aggressive momentum right now. Cedarville needs a side out.
Caitlin Stivers again to serve. That was going to be, not sure if it was in or out, played by Emma Kuiper. Abby Kuiper goes up for the hit. Ball spins, kept in play, off the net. Roll shot put across by Gearys. Back set Matney, tip shot Blakemore, and it's blocked right back down, but a net violation whistled against Thomas More. A point to Cedarville. That's a big break for the Lady Jackets.
It is a big break because they were scrambling and not getting under that ball, but number 9 on the Saints side of the court was in the net. Cedarville still down by 2. Score is 15-13.
Greta Blakemore serving tough here tonight. Left side attack put across by Gearys, dug by Emma Kuiper. Abby Kuiper left side off the top of the block, kept alive by Thomas More. Big double block by Heegard and Matney, defended by the Saints. Another good volley by both teams. Heegard tipped around, pushed across by Gearys. Heegard saves it. Abby Kuiper off the block, saved by the Saints. Gearys blocked right back down by Heegard. What about that play by the sophomore? 15-14. Great effort, both teams, but a solid block by Heegard for the point.
That point had Heegard all over it. She was touching the ball several times during that volley, but that straight down block got it done.
Good serve there by Blakemore. Slide attack on the right side, put across by Hildebrand. Felton with the dig. Abby Kuiper off the court, puts it across the net. Geary's from the left side, roll shot. Emma Kuiper on the pass to Matney. Outside to Abby Kuiper on the tip shot. Thomas More was ready for it. Back row attack, put across. Emma Kuiper, solid pass. Heegard up strong, inside the line, just past the 10-foot line, and we're tied at 15.
That started with an amazing pass. That put it in the hands so that Heegard could put it straight down, but boy, she was ready for it. Timing was perfect, and we have a tie score of 15-15. Thomas More has said enough of that momentum switch, and so they have called a timeout, and they are adjusting. You got to give credit to Thomas More and their defense. They have been picking up balls in this third set that we didn't see them pick up in the first. And so Cedarville's having to work a little bit harder and dig a little deeper, but they're getting it done.
These last couple points and plays, what a great effort by the sophomore Janae Heegard. I know we have her family watching on our video stream. They were here a couple weekends ago, but she came through here in the last few points to really help even this thing up here in set number 3. Lady Jackets trying to close out the Saints, but the Thomas More Saints giving them all they can handle here thus far in set number 3, where we are tied at 15 points apiece.
Both teams are back on the court. Cedarville will be serving. I believe it's Blakemore. Yep.
It is. The lefty, Blakemore. After the timeout, McClanahan went up strong to put it across, but Heegard was there. There's a push shot saved by Blakemore. Abby Kuiper from the left side. That one hit outside the antenna. That would be a point to Thomas More.
And that set was pushed too far out for Abby to make it stay in play. That timeout worked in the favor of Thomas More.
Serving now, Ruthie New. Off the top of the net, Emma Kuiper was there for it on the slide. It's Heegard blocked down, but a one-hand great save by Talia Felton. Abby Kuiper blocked out of bounds on the double block attempt from Abby Kuiper on that left side. Her 12th kill of the night.
And after not being able to play last weekend, she's coming in very strong. And showing she's a force to be reckoned with on the court.
Hensley with 13 kills, Kuiper with 12 to lead Cedarville. On the serve there is Davenport. Little roll shot put across. Davenport with the pass to Matney. Outside, Hensley goes up strong. A solid effort on the back line by Ferrando to keep that in play. Matney puts it across. Saints were ready for it. This one at the net, that will be good. Give that kill to Emily Aceto. It hit off the block and fell on the Cedarville net, side of the net for a point to Thomas More.
And the strong schedule that Thomas More played up to this point is showing that they are able to be contenders. That sometimes a strong schedule gets you ready for conference play. Sometimes it does not.
Blakemore from the back line, well out of play on the back line. 18-16 is our score in set number 3. Saints by 2.
Both teams still have a timeout available.
Blakemore on the pass to Matney. Outside it goes to Hensley. A great dig on the back line by Hood. A big block, though, at the net by Heegard and Matney off the left side attack from Emily Aceto for point number 17 to Cedarville.
And Heegard timed that, watched that, adjusted so well. Straight down block, that had to feel so good. Gives Cedarville a point. Cedarville still trails by 1.
Felton now trying to tie things up on the serving line is the junior. McClanahan. Brenna Young doing some damage on the front line, puts it down for her 9th kill. 19-17, Thomas More. The Saints trying to stay alive in this match against Cedarville on the opening night of GMAC play. There's the pass from Davenport on the slide. It's Shields. She'll just have to push it across. Left side attack, into the net it goes from the attempt from Aceto. They point to Cedarville. Kaylee Matney to serve. Blakemore, Shields, and Hensley on the front line for Cedarville. At the net it goes. Shields finds an opening on the overpass in the back right corner, wide open, and she nailed it. We're tied at 19.
And Thomas More had their entire team huddled right around in the middle of the court. Cassie Shields went up and saw that and went deep, and it was straight down.
Matney, a great serve, kept in play by the Saints. Young, saved by Felton. Left-hand shot on the roll from Blakemore, pushed across. Felton will keep it in play. Blakemore again from the right side. McClanahan, she'll go outside. Blocked right back down by Cassie Shields on the attempt from Aceto on the solo block. Point number 20 belongs to Cedarville.
And right now, the block of Cedarville is what's making the difference and keeping them in this third set.
And the last second final timeout of the set for Thomas More will be taken by Coach Holly Bronner-Stiver. I would say that's a good timeout for the Saints as they now trail by 1 in set number 3, 20-19.
And they were up by 2, and Cedarville got a point, and then Thomas More got a point, and so now Cedarville has gotten ahead of them. And so when you get to the 20-point, you've got to be careful of that momentum switch, and so that's a good timeout by Thomas More to try to stop the momentum that Cedarville seems to have right now. But Cedarville's momentum is all from that block right now. I don't know if you can tell from the camera angles, but we have quite a crowd tonight. Not like our opening night for sure, but we have a attendance of about 470 tonight, which is pretty good when we have a cross-country meet going on, and there's also other things on campus, so well attended by the student body for a Friday night. And we're back to action.
Try to send everybody home happy here if the Lady Jackets can close this one out here big time. Young puts it across, kept alive by Felton. Hensley goes up strong off the block on that right side of the net. Hensley with the kill, her 14th, and it's 21-19 Cedarville. Kaylee Matney, another good serve. Here's the set from McClanahan. Young on the right side goes after Davenport. Cam was ready for it. Blakemore from the left side, kept in play by the Saints. Blocked right back down by Hensley. Ricocheted off to the Saints player on that right side of the net. 22-19 is the score. Cedarville by 3.
And Cam has done an effective job in the back row during this entire match.
Saints on the attack. Solo block in the middle. Put across by Gabby Kallmeyer. Cassie Shields all over it. Puts up the solid block. 23-19 Cedarville.
And just as you said, she was all over it. She timed that perfectly. Well done, Cassie Shields.
Matney doing a great job on the serving line. Closing in on victory here in set 3. Saints scrambling off the net from Aceto. And in front of Matney for a point to Thomas More.
And I believe Cassie went up trying to block it, and she actually blocked the view of defense behind her, and that's what caused that.
Serving for Thomas More, Emily Aceto. Davenport down low to get it. Matney. Quick attack in the middle by Blakemore. Thomas More ready for it. Young, little push shot with the right hand. Matney, she'll go back set to Blakemore, and she puts it down just in front of Emily Aceto. We are at match point, 24-20 off the kill from Greta Blakemore. Davenport, Hensley out. The Kuiper sisters in. Match point, 24-20. Freshman Emma Kuiper to serve for Cedarville. Tough play off of basketball net up above, comes in play. A diving one-hand save with the left hand by Abby Kuiper. In play, Blakemore can't quite get up high enough to put it across. And a point will go to Thomas More, 24-21, still match point. Asia Ferrando to serve for Thomas More. Short serve. In to get it is Emma Kuiper. Matney outside to Abby Kuiper on the tip shot. Thomas More defense was ready. Here's Blakemore on the pass to Matney. Quick attack to Shields and in on the far sideline just with some big time power. Cassie Shields goes up strong and keeps the ball in play to seal the victory here in set number 3, 25-21. Lady Jackets win it 3-0. 25-12, 25-21, 25-21. Lady Jackets now 6-3 on the year and 1-0 in the GMAC. Thomas More goes to 1-8 and suffer their first loss in GMAC play. That set was a good one, though, Coach Clark.
That was a very competitive. It went back and forth. It was close, and then Cedarville was able at the very end to do a nice quick run to finish it off. But there was a lot of good volleyball played in this entire match, but especially in the third set. Oftentimes when your back is against the wall and you're down 0-2 in that third set, it's hard to keep that momentum and that aggression and the attitudes up. But boy, Thomas More sure did, and they stayed right in it and actually was leading it several times. So kudos to them. I think my favorite thing of the night, though, however, was when Cedarville volleyball player was able to make a touch call. We call it an honor call, and that is often happens on a block. This time it was not on a block, but it was a touch ball, and Cedarville said, I touched it, even though the official and the down line judges did not call that, which is what they are supposed to do. And it gives the ball and a point to the Thomas More team, and Cedarville did that because they want to do everything, including playing volleyball in the cornfields of Ohio. They want to do that with honesty, because the Word of God tells us to be honest in all things, not be selective in that. And so it was really good to see them doing that, and that is what Cedarville volleyball program is all about, playing for Him, playing for their faith, and making sure that they're obeying God in all that they do.
Well, Thomas More, we weren't sure what we were going to get, but they showed in the third set that they're going to be a solid competitor in the GMAC volleyball play, especially here in the South Division. As we said earlier, these teams will meet up again in the first week of November down in Kentucky. But nonetheless, the Lady Jackets defeat Thomas More 3-0. Just the 7th time all-time meeting. It was been a while since Cedarville has played Thomas More, and the Saints had led the series 5-1. So now the Lady Jackets will get a victory in the all-time series between Thomas More and Cedarville. Looking at some quick stat highlights here before we head out tonight. For Thomas More, 2 players in double figures on the front line, Emily Acito and Brenna Young with 9 kills each. Their setter, Sam McClanahan, with 23 assists. On the back row, their libero, Asia Fernando, had 11 digs. The Saints put up 2 blocks on the night, ended up hitting at just under 9% on the attack percentage for Thomas More. Cedarville, 2 players in double figures on the front row, Madeline Hensley with 14 kills, Abby Kuiper with 12. 39 assists from Kaylee Matney. On the back row, impressively, 3 players in double figures in digs. 12 from Emma Kuiper, 11 from Greta Blakemore, and 10 from Talia Felton. 9 blocks on the night for Cedarville, and they ended up hitting at just under 28% on the evening. 15 tie scores tonight, 5 lead changes. The third set was really a pretty classic battle, but the Lady Jackets prevail that one and win the match 3-0. Nice crowd here tonight of 470 to watch Lady Jacket volleyball. Up next for the Saints, they will take on Trevecca on Tuesday back home at their home location in Kentucky. The Lady Jackets will take on Ohio Dominican in Columbus this coming Tuesday, September 19th, our next home broadcast. Mark it on your calendars if you can't get out here. It'll be Tuesday, September 26th against Tiffin. Our thanks to our crew here tonight, our one-person crew. Look forward to getting back to full capacity with our cameras and replays, but we appreciate the great work of our student Jaden Alexander pushing the buttons behind us, and great work to bring you our broadcast here tonight as well. We want to just say that this broadcast has been a production of the Great Midwest Digital Network. This broadcast or any broadcast appearing on this network cannot be reproduced or redistributed without express written consent of the Great Midwest. It all ends up victorious here on this Friday night, mid-September. Lady Jackets defeats Thomas More here in 3-0 for Teresa Clark. I'm Jim Clark. Thank you as always for watching Lady Jacket Volleyball on the Great Midwest Digital Network.